Hello, Star Wars nerds, and welcome to Unlimited Content, the podcast where two brothers talk about all of Star Wars film and TV in chronological order on the internet as an excuse to hang out more. We're your hosts, Sam and Jack, and this week we're talking about The Clone Wars Season 5, Episodes 10 and 11, Secret Weapons, and A Sunny Day in the Void. Sam, we're back again.
Guess who's back?
Back again?
Yep, there it is.
It's you and me.
Hey, we're back. It's good to see you.
How are you, Sam?
I'm good. It is good that this is the first time in a long time that we've podcasted 2 weeks in a row, and it feels good. It's nice.
True. It does.
I like it.
It feels slightly less good to me because I still have episodes to edit that I'm behind on.
It feels fine to me. I don't know why you're complaining. I am doing great.
I don't know why. Sam's like, I've got nothing to stress about. What are you talking about?
Well, I have nothing podcast related.
Just the edit. That's true.
Yeah.
For reference, we are recording. This is episode 59 that we're recording right now, and I'm almost done editing episode 54.
Yeah.
Which we recorded back in like October, and it is January 19th.
Yeah.
So, we'll get there.
The last episode that you released, I think, was right after like my first full week of work at the post office, and I've been working there for about 5 months now.
Listen, I'm a busy boy with all my other hobbies.
I know. Oh, I know.
I don't have any actual
this isn't a slight at you. It's just funny.
It's
because
hilarious.
We owe no one this podcast but ourselves. You know what we do owe though?
And yet,
bills. We got bills that we owe.
Oh no, you're right. Oh, but oh, dang it,
Jack.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Shoot. How are we going to remain in financial solvency? How are we going to do it? How?
Note to self. Future sponsor Fiddlesticks. Talk to Big Fiddlesticks. See if I can get big sponsorship money from them.
Fiddlesticks.
Big Fiddlesticks. But no, this week's episode of Limited Content is brought to you by Art Museum Gift Shops.
Did you enter through the gift shop or is it exit through the? What's the thing?
Exit through the gift shop. Phrase.
Got it.
Is the term.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because you get off because that's a ride. That's a theme park thing. You get off and they drop you in the gift shop.
See, but at museums, I usually enter through the gift shop because that's the first place someone goes like, "What trinkets can I get?" And then just
because it's great.
It's so much fun.
Yeah, art museums have the best gift shops.
Yes. Did you get anything fun at the art museum gift shops?
And science museums.
Science museums, though.
Yes, art museums and science museums, great places, also have the best gift shops. I bring it up not because I've been to an art museum gift shop recently, but because yesterday I did go to a library gift shop, which is a rare thing because most libraries.
Isn't the whole thing about libraries is that it's free,
right? But
that's their whole thing.
Yeah, but it still costs money to run the library.
That's what taxes are for.
So
tax the rich.
That's true, but yes, correct. But the point is, I don't feel bad about giving money to the library. I feel bad about the fact that we live in a system where we're not given enough money to fund our libraries.
Yeah.
But
at least you don't live in New York.
Where
they siphon off the public library budget to pay for more cops to just sit in the subways.
Is that true?
That's true.
It's
yeah. Anyway.
Well, as far as I can tell, the public library system in Austin is pretty well funded.
That's good.
That's one of my favorite things about Austin. We've got so many libraries. There's 20-something branches of the Austin Public Library in Austin proper. Just like.
So it's almost a tree. How many branches does it take to make a tree?
How many branches does it take to make a tree? How many licks does it take?
Let's find out. 1, 2, 3. Crunch.
The crunch is him eating the tree.
It's actually just broccoli.
Austin Public Library, great. Great library system, lots of great resources, branches all over the place. And they're all nice, and the librarians that I've met have all been wonderful, as you would expect from librarians. Indeed. Right? This past weekend, as in yesterday, I went to the Central Library with some friends. The Central Library it's a beautiful building. It's opened within the last decade or two, so it's relatively new, but it's a 6-story building in the middle of downtown Austin.
That's a big library.
It's got tons of books, obviously, but also it's got lots of computers and like a media lab with 3D printers and like a VR headset, and it's got a rooftop garden, and it's also got a cool gift shop. The reason we were there actually is because I just wanted to tag along with some friends who were going there to visit the seed bank, the seed library.
Nice.
Where it's like a community-driven community. It's like 100% provided by the community, so people donate seeds, and so they were getting like stuff for their garden, like seeds for bell peppers and things like that.
Nice.
So that's neat. So that's what we were there for. But while I was there, I was like, can we spend 5 minutes in the gift shop? And my friends were like, yes, absolutely.
Good.
What did because they have basically an art museum-esque gift shop with lots of cool like literary and art focused trinkets and things and like used old books that they don't have in the library anymore that they're like trying to get rid of. I guess it's like their surplus.
Cool.
They actually have a whole store dedicated to that called Recycled Reads. That's only open a couple days a week, but it's an actual like bookstore where you can go and like spend like no more than like $2 a book to get some of their like surplus books and just buy them to keep. Yeah, it's cool. But this is a separate thing. And while I was there, the last couple times I've been to the Austin Public Library Central Library gift shop, I got fidgets, little fidget toys, because they have good like art museum caliber little fidgets and knickknacks and things. And the first time I got this, like, it's basically like a series of, I don't know, maybe a dozen little wooden cubes that are all connected by a bungee string.
Oh, those are fun.
And you can rotate them relative to, it's great. They're great.
It's like a fun little opposable toy kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So over the last year and a half, 2 years, I have accumulated quite a few fidgets and things, and most of them sit out at my desk at work now because I just like a little not every fidget, but when I find a good quality fidget, a good interesting one, I like to have it.
Yes.
Just to mess with because I like having stuff to do with my hands. And so that's what I got last time. And this time I got something that I don't know how I'm going to be able to explain it, so I'm just going to show it to Sam, and maybe Sam can help me describe it. But
cool.
This is it.
Whoa.
It's a bunch of
it's a spiral.
Plastic.
So
it's like six.
Yeah. So if
and they come apart, so it's like.
Oh. Okay. Cool. So this looks together. They look like colorful, like curly macaroni noodle things, but they're not hollow. But they're more like train track kind of thingies, like I-beam kind of things that
yes.
They all spiral together, and it's very fun, and you can Jack had it all spread out, but then it all condenses together into a tube. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's good. I love it. Yeah. So this has almost not left my hands for the last 24 hours.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Good. It's very fun. It's good. Yeah. So yeah. And let's see, other stuff that they sell at the gift shop. They sell we're not sponsored by the Austin Public Library, but I also don't mind shilling for the Austin Public Library for free because they're great.
For sure.
They have they in the last couple of years, what they started doing is selling merch with their old 1970s logo on it.
Yes.
Which looks really cool.
Love throwback stuff.
So they've got t-shirts and tote bags and things like that, and stickers and keychains and whatever with that logo on it. They also sell art from local artists and stickers and books and books and things about indigenous plant life in Texas and things like that.
Cool.
And it's just a cool place. So if you're ever in Austin and that sounds like your jam, I would say go visit the Austin Public Library's central location downtown, because it's worth a visit even if you don't live here and you don't have a library card, because they've got a cool gift shop, they've got a rooftop garden that has a really nice view of downtown of the city, and yeah, it's just great. It's very good. So thank you to our sponsor, Art Museum Gift Shops. Even though I didn't go to an art museum gift shop, that's what it reminded me of.
Sweet.
For sponsoring this episode of Unlimited Content.
Love it. Yeah. gift shop at the Nelson Atkins Museum here in Kansas City it's a great art museum gift shop. You would really like the Nelson Atkins. It's a great museum. It's free to the public. They have like,
what kind of museum is it?
Art, like all kinds of art,
cool.
from like historical art through modern day. It's not just like a contemporary art museum. I mean, it's like they have like ancient Greek and Roman like artifacts and like old medieval like church stuff. They have like classic paintings. Like for a while, I don't know if they still have it, but they had, my favorite Renaissance painter is Caravaggio, and they had a couple Caravaggios for a while. They have a lot of cool like East Asian art. Like they have like a full like Buddhist temple recreated in like in there, like with like stuff from like China and stuff. Yeah, it's really, really cool. And then they also have like contemporary like contemporary art. They have one of my favorite cool little things is they have a chair designed and built by Frank Lloyd Wright, which is really cool.
Oh, neat.
Yeah,
because he like whenever he designed his buildings, a lot of times he would also design the furniture for it, right?
Yeah. So it's
I believe so.
It's a wooden chair that looks very like mid-century modern, but also like Frank Lloyd Wright. I don't know, just it looks very Frank Lloyd Wright. And I remember it was back when I was like,
Lots of geometry.
Yeah, but like very simple. And I remember like, it was like when I was like really wanting to get into woodworking, I was like, I could build that. Like it looks simple enough that like I could take a picture of it and then like kind of recreate it. Not as good, and I'm not Frank Lloyd Wright, so it wouldn't be worth anything to anyone but me. But
what?
Yeah, it wouldn't go to a museum, but it would be nice to sit in. But yeah, so
it belongs in a museum.
It belongs in a museum. But yeah, it's a great museum. Big fan. The outside of the museum is basically like there's this big old front lawn and a big back lawn, and they have these like badminton birdies called shuttlecocks. They have giant ones. They're like 30 feet tall, like just in the lawn, so that the whole property is one big badminton court, and the museum is the net.
Yeah. That's excellent. As
so
you know,
really cool.
I like it when things that are normally big
because
are
of that
small, but I also like the inverse of when small things are big.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, and so like a shuttlecock is kind of like the unofficial logo of Kansas City. Because of that, it's really, really cool.
Neat.
Yeah,
that's cool.
But the gift shop there is great. I think I've gotten Christmas gifts from Mom there before, or at least have intended to buy them.
Ah, yes.
I don't know if I have. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, museum gift shops are great gift getting locations because you always find kind of unique, neat stuff that are like not easy to find. Like you're not likely to find at like a Target or something,
right,
or a Barnes and Noble. I mean, Barnes and Noble I feel like there's some overlap between like, you know, a good like bookstore and kind of their like knickknacks and things that they sell.
Yeah,
with like what you would get at an art museum gift shop, but like you get a higher concentration of it at an art museum, at a good art museum gift shop.
Yes.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, man.
That's cool.
Tis.
Nice.
Well,
how are you doing, Sam? How have you been?
Cold. I've been cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is currently 6 degrees outside right now, and I work outside.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's rough.
So it's cold outside. It's cold in my house. The heater is keeping up in most of the house, but my bedroom never quite keeps up with the AC or the heat. So it's like 8 degrees colder in the bedroom than it is like the rest of the house. But we got space heaters going and blankets and stuff. So when I'm in bed, it's great. Getting out of bed, not great.
I have a friend who, I can imagine. Yeah, I have a friend who. It's also been cold here in Austin. Like we had a break for a little while for like a week or two, where it was just kind of in the 50s and it was nice. But then like yesterday we got a proper cold front coming in. So like right now it's 31. So we're getting some like freeze warnings, like text messages and phone calls from the city being like, hey, make sure your pipes don't freeze and take care of yourself and don't drive if the roads are icy, because we're expecting to get some snow and ice these next few days. And Texans don't know how to drive.
That's correct.
Snow and ice.
That's correct.
Yeah. But yeah, I have a friend who he does not like the cold, like at all. He hates it, and the last time we got a cold front, he was like, all right, that's it, I need to do something about this. And so he ordered, like, I think from AliExpress, a heated vest, basically, that you like plug in and it like heats your body, so that's cool.
Yeah.
He's a slender fellow, so it's helpful for him. I am not. I'm more I've got more natural protection than that, so I would just get hot and sweaty and gross and something like that. But it's cool that exists. Yeah,
see, since working for the Postal Service, I have lost a lot of my natural protection to the cold. In that I've lost 50 pounds since starting working for the Postal Service. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Ozempic, eat your heart out.
Yeah, come on.
Just join the Postal Service.
Yeah, just walk 13 miles a day while carrying stuff. And, yeah, that'll do it. But yeah, no, I get...
And have a financial incentive to do that.
Yes,
also.
Indeed. Make it your career to walk. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I was going to say something, and I just lost my train of thought. Come back. What was I going to say?
Baby, come back.
Yeah, okay, so, usually when I'm, like, out walking, as long as I'm moving, I'm warm. It's great. Like, the jackets that they have us buy, like, with our uniform, they give us money to buy from specific vendors, like, our uniforms and stuff. And the coats that they sell do not breathe at all. Like, no heat is getting out of that, but also no air is getting in or out. No water vapor is getting in or out. And so as I'm walking my 13 miles a day in a very warm coat, yeah.
It's like when people trying to lose weight wear like trash bags on themselves, like plastic trash. Yeah.
It's basically that. But I'm not trying to lose more weight. I'm just trying to stay warm. But in walking all this stuff and carrying things and going up and down stairs and hills and stuff, I sweat a lot, even though it's like in single digits. And so like yesterday I went to McDonald's for lunch just so I could like sit, just because I usually just eat lunch in my car, but I wanted to be able to like stretch out and have a table and not just like eat in my lap. So I sat inside and I took my coat off and I had my hoodie on underneath, and my hoodie was visibly sweat through all over. I was like, oh, gross.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. It's bad. And for a while I thought that my snow boots were like letting snow melt into them. No, I mean, it's probably some of that, but it's really just my feet.
It's just sweat.
Yeah, that's sweat. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a disgusting person, physically, not like actually. It's just
you're a natural, beautiful man.
I am.
All right,
but I'm a stinky boy. Let's be real. I'm a stinky, sweaty boy. That's I am what I am. And my shower doesn't work right now because the pipes are frozen.
Is stinky.
And what I am is stinky. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I mean, luckily today was Amazon
gross.
Day, and so I was just driving to a house, walking to the back of my van, grabbing a package, walking out of my van, walking up the steps, putting it down, and then getting back and driving. I don't think I walked all that much. I don't even know if I closed all my exercise rings on my Apple Watch. I did. Okay, I did that. Well, how many miles did I walk today? Let's see. Usually I walk 13 miles. Today I walked 5. So much less movement, much more breaks between movements. So even though I'm not going to get a chance to shower tonight. I don't feel that gross. I'll just wash my sheets tomorrow and take a shower at my in-laws' house because they live down the street from where I work. And that's what I'm going to do after work tomorrow. Go to their house and shower and then come home.
Nice.
Yep, these are the things we have to do when you live in a 120-year-old house. Yay.
Yikes.
Yep.
I didn't know your house was that old.
Built in like 1900 something. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's old.
It is an old house. Yep. And it shows. But yeah. So, I mean, that's been my life lately. It's just been walking in the cold. I've been listening to more Dimension 20. I started a couple of different ones, trying to find one that I wanted to listen to. I started Star Trek Odyssey, and that was fine. But I think I talked about it last week, that like it was...
Yeah, we spoke about that one a little bit.
Yeah. Like the first episode was all over the place, and then I missed a crucial plot twist at the end of it, and then started the second one the next day and was very confused and thought I would like skipped an episode. I did not. I was just confused. And I tried to start Fantasy High junior year, but there were like bonus episodes in the middle that like I didn't notice. And so I started and I was like, wait, there's like a lot of like character development that's happened that they haven't explained yet. Let me go back and listen to those other ones. And I listened to one of them. I was like,
there's like some live shows and stuff.
Yeah. So I listened to some of those. I haven't listened to all the bonus episodes yet, but Jack, you have been trying very hard to get me to listen to one particular.
I haven't been trying super hard. I've just been like, it's really good, and I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
And anytime you ask for a recommendation, I'm like, that's the one that I would recommend.
Yeah. So I am 2.5 episodes in right now, and I really like it. It's Misfits and Magic.
Yeah, what did I tell you?
It's good. I love how self-aware it is, and just like, I mean, really, because really, it's just, what if everything about Harry Potter was real, but it existed in a world where Harry Potter also, as a fictional like work of book and movie, also existed. I was gonna say literature, but I don't want to. I don't want to like be too nice to it. Yeah. My current theory right now, I don't know if this is ever touched on, but to like kind of like reconcile the fact that the world in Misfits and Magic is so close to like the Hogwarts world, my current theory is that J.K. Rowling in this universe was a student that failed out of Galpenny Academy and then decided to write a book and just change the names of things, but it was all the same. Yeah,
I don't remember if they ever directly like. I think they do mention like the books, and they're like
they do. Yeah,
you know, they talk about them at least once, but I don't know if they ever like go into detail. I don't think there's ever like a discussion of like who J.K. Rowling is and how she wrote the books or whatever. But yeah, that's the feeling I get too, is that like it's the Harry Potter books are like Galpenny and this like quote unquote reality with all the names changed. Yeah, exactly.
And it's great.
And it's also like I think what's so great about it is that like on the one hand it's an earnest celebration of the things that we love about Harry Potter, while also being like a critical, like reflective examination of the things that are kind of problematic and weird about Harry Potter, and like the ways that like the world in Harry Potter, like if this were actually real, the ways in which this actually says bad things about this society, and the way that we treat the way that they treat house elves, for example, or things like that, among many other things. I
haven't got to house elves or anything yet, but we did do like their sorting hat thing is like what I just finished. It was like that part that I just finished, and it's just they're kind of like they're all just kind of like especially Brennan is like all like this is actually really like a lot of like people who are experts in education say that like grouping together all the same types of people is actually really bad for like
this is tracking.
Tracking, yes, that's what it's called. This is bad, and you shouldn't do it, and it's not good for like growth, and actually it just kind of stagnates everybody, and everybody gets worse. And it's fun.
My favorite smart sad boy, Evan Kelp.
Oh my gosh, so going in, so like the surprise that character surprises me so much Like we keep learning more and more about how like weird and dark he is, because he's kind of the Harry Potter figure, sort of like orphan.
He's sort of the anti.
Yeah,
he's
like orphan boy who lived kind of thing, but we don't know. At least not yet. We don't know like why he is the way he is. He's just like this, like very like like if you can think of like just like play up the most tragic poor orphan in a small town in the Midwest, and like it's so sad, but it's funny and you have to laugh at it because that's the point. But it's great. You guys should all listen to Misfits Magic, and we don't want to talk about it. It's great. Do it. It's fun.
I knew you would like it. It's really good. And Bria Iyengar is great as DM. This is your first time hearing her. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I like her a lot. Full disclosure, I didn't know that that's who Bria Iyengar was. I thought the player who plays Dream is what she's changed her name to at this point in the. Yeah, I forget what her actual name, like the person's actual name.
Kei Tanaka.
Yeah.
Well, Kei Tanaka is her character's actual name, but her Erika Ishii.
Yeah,
you're thinking of.
I thought that was Bria Iyengar, and I like the stuff that I've seen. Like no disrespect to her, but the stuff I've seen her in, I've not been a fan of. And I was like, that's one of the reasons I hesitated to like watch or like listen to Misfits Magic, because I thought that's who was DMing, and I'm not a huge fan of them. Again, it's not like a person. It's just like they don't scratch the right itches in my brain, kind of thing. You know, like it's just like I have nothing against them. I prefer other people for my entertainment.
Sure. Yeah.
But
yeah, no, Abri is the DM.
Yes,
in this,
I do like her a lot. She's a great DM. Big fan. Yes,
excellent. Cool. And Lou Wilson is back in it also.
He is like close second favorite to Brendan Lee Mulligan. Yeah,
Lou Wilson, great in everything. Yeah,
so much fun. But yeah.
Did you know, by the way, that Lou Wilson, another one of his jobs currently is he is the announcer for Jimmy Kimmel?
What? Really?
Yeah.
I don't watch enough Jimmy Kimmel. And by that, I mean, I don't watch Jimmy Kimmel.
No, yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, no. Same.
But first off, do people watch Jimmy Kimmel?
But I mean, they're still giving him a show. Disney's still paying him, so whatever. I don't know. But he. So I work for the local news station I work for is an ABC affiliate, and at the end of every day, what goes on right after the 10 o'clock news is over, when I'm about to go home, is Jimmy Kimmel. And at the beginning of every episode, it shows like a while back he like started his job as being the new announcer for Jimmy Kimmel, and I like saw him on TV one day and heard his voice, and I was like, what? Lou Wilson? I had just been like watching or listening to Misfits Magic, and
what the heck?
And I was like, what are you doing on Hollywood Boulevard with Jimmy Kimmel on the television? Yeah. You can't. You're busy with other stuff. How are you doing that too? Anyway, that's cool.
Dropout based out of LA? That would make sense if they were.
Yes, yeah, they're in the LA area. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's cool. Misfits Magic. I'm excited to hear more about what you think about that series, and then about season 2 whenever you get around to that.
There's a second season? Good. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So there's there's season 1, then there's a Christmas special, and then there's season 2. So
I have not.
And you need to listen to the Christmas special because it is like plot relevant.
I have an idea for next Christmas. Anyway.
For
us?
Are we just gonna talk about the Misfits Magic?
We could.
We could. The sky's the limit. The sky is unlimited. One could say. That
you can fit all the content up there
or whatever.
That sky. Yeah, you can hold all the content. It's great.
The content is the sky. Is the alternate title for our pod. That's like when you translate our title to like a podcast title to German and then translate it back to English.
Yes.
That's what it comes down to.
Yes. I that's a fun game that I've seen people play before, where like you take a common phrase and then Google Translate it like 4 different times and then back into English. So like English to German to like Chinese to Spanish back to English. And then like
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool mini game for us to do sometime. Yeah, I should do that.
Like
do some common
Star Wars meme quotes
or something. Yes. Yeah. And that would be fun.
Yes,
that'd be cool. I could do that, and we could do like different levels of difficulty where it's like, you know, 1 translation removed or 3 levels of translation removed, like for different levels of difficulty.
And it could just be our bootleg back alley Star Wars translated dubbed back into English fun. Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, cool. Was that was there anything else you wanted to talk about, or is that mostly what your life has been lately?
Yeah, it's just been cold, and D&D has been my life.
Cool. Have you been game ladding at all?
I have been. I've been playing Pokemon Crystal is what I've been playing the most, but I've also been playing Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and that's fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, that's just Puyo Puyo. If you want to play more of those games, the Puyo Puyo series is what that is.
So good to know.
Or you can play also Dr. Mario. It's very similar.
Yes,
but yeah,
I like it a lot.
Not quite the same, but it's similar.
Yeah.
So neat. Cool.
Yes.
Well, let's see. I watched a couple things this week.
Did you?
Yeah. So one thing I was thinking about this and actually talking to my therapist about it a little bit. this idea that like since my anxiety got really bad in like high school and especially in college, I kind of developed this aversion to like kind of as a defense mechanism almost, an aversion to like watching or consuming like unfamiliar media. And that kind of just as a way of like, because I know that like knowing myself, I know I can get like emotionally tapped into stories really easily,
right.
And that like, you know, if I like watch the wrong movie or you know play the wrong game when I'm like not in the emotionally the right place to handle it, I can kind of spiral pretty quickly. And so for a long time, as a way of like, you know, I learned to avoid that as a coping mechanism, and so I just don't watch nearly as many movies or TV shows as I used to, because of that. And the last like I've been thinking about that a lot last year or so, and I want to get back into like consuming media that is and like experiencing art that is good, that I'm excited about, without feeling like it's going to derail me emotionally completely, because I have that anxiety.
That's real.
And so I want to start watching more like actual movies, because I watch stuff all the time, but most of the stuff I watch is like either rewatching things that I'm already familiar with because it's safe, or which there's nothing wrong with that, obviously, but I want to be able to experience new things too, you know. That, or like watching stuff that's like shorter form, or that is like long form stuff that I don't feel bad about like getting up in the middle of or pausing, like video essays or something. So I'm watching a lot of Defunct Land on YouTube lately. But I finally was like, you know, I want to start like, you know, it's still the beginning of a new year, and I want to like take this as an opportunity to try and push myself a little bit to you know, move back to try things that are just a little bit hard for me, you know, and this is one of those. And so I decided to start with something that's very easy, you know, easy wins. And so I watched the new Wallace and Gromit movie.
I forgot there was a new Wallace and Gromit. I think Dad texted about us once about it, and I was like, oh, cool. And I just forgot about it. But
yeah. It's
how was it? Very good.
It's awesome. It's great. Yeah. It is classic Wallace and Gromit in every way that you would want it to be. I didn't know until like I knew this. I had known about this for a while. I knew that it was coming out, but I assumed it was going to be another like, you know, half hour to 45-minute long ones, like the classic ones.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and 20 minutes, so this is like an actual full movie. Like it's a short movie, but it's a feature, which got me even more excited about it. It's called Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul. It's on Netflix, and it is essentially a revenge story. The penguin Feathers McGraw from The Wrong Trousers is back. It's about his prison break and him like getting his revenge And it's very good. It's super fun. It's full of all the, like, obviously beautiful animation and set design, lots of puns everywhere, and great silly British humor and cheese and robots and fun inventions, and it's great. It's excellent. I loved it. So it's on Netflix, and I highly recommend it. It was really nice to just like sit down and like, you know, I have like an instinctual anxiety these days about sitting down to like invest a significant amount of time in something that I'm unfamiliar with, that I haven't like experienced before, you know. And so sitting down to watch this, I was like, there was still a little bit of that, but it was overcome mostly by like the, you know, knowing that I love Wallace and Gromit, and that I've loved everything I've ever seen that Aardman has ever done, and I was excited about this, and I knew it was like, you know, it's a feature length film, but it's not like super long, so like it won't, you know, my anxiety won't have as much time to build as, you know, if I were gonna sit down and watch something that's like 2.5, 3 hours, you know. And plus the fact that it's Wallace and Gromit meant I was assuming it probably was going to have very little chance of like triggering any anxieties in me, because it's lighthearted and fun and silly and delightful. And I was right, and it was great. And still haven't watched Oppenheimer, but I'll get there eventually. That's what I'm working up to, you know.
Hey.
I bought Oppenheimer on 4K like a few months ago, and it's just kind of been sitting on my shelf because I'm like, I want to watch this. I know I'll like this, but I also know that that's a lot for me. You know,
it was a lot. I think I remember. I think I talked about it on the podcast that when I went to see it in theaters, my Apple Watch like asked me, "Are you okay? Your heart rate's really high, and you've been sitting for a long time."
Yeah.
And that's never happened to me in a movie before. Oppenheimer's intense, but I can like, obviously I don't have like the same like anxiety around like not knowing what my like emotional experience is going to be around watching things, but I have had that happen to me before. I remember I was having I was just kind of like in a weird headspace. I had a rough day and I wanted to watch something that was going to be like lighthearted and fun, and like usually like when I just want to clear my head and like just have a good laugh, I'll go to like Netflix or Hulu and watch a stand-up special, right?
I know where you're going with this, I think.
So I decided to watch this new like comedy special that just come out called Inside by Bo Burnham. And I felt really shitty after watching that, because because it was like COVID was still very fresh, and I was living with my in-laws and I felt trapped already. And it was just a lot of like, this isn't funny. I mean, it is, but it's not the kind of funny I wanted. Yeah. I was wanting like a Bill Burr comedy, something that's just like uproariously laughing all the time because it's very funny, and there's witty social commentary, but like it's like I walk away having laughed really hard. I did laugh hard, but I also got way in my head. Inside is getting way in your head, the comedy special. So yep, healing the world with comedy. It was good. I liked it. Like in hindsight, now that I know, like I rewatched it knowing what it was and appreciated it so much more. But I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and was not emotionally prepared for it. So on a small scale, I understand like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I feel like my experience like living with anxiety, especially during college, was a lot of like, it was like that, but with smaller stuff. Like I would feel that way, but I would feel like intense anxiety or dread or something about, you know, if something happened in a movie that was like, if it didn't end like perfectly happily, or even if something in it made me like question something about myself or what I think or believe or how I act, and like made me self-conscious, you know, it's just like my thoughts are, it's very easy for me to spiral in those sort of directions. You know, and I've gotten better. I've gotten a lot better since then, which is why I'm kind of, you know, trying to push myself back in the direction of like, you know, exposing myself to more stuff again, but slowly. So
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I watched that. And then just earlier, like literally like right before recording this podcast, I watched a YouTube documentary. It's about an hour long, a little less than an hour, about the making of Lego Island, the video game.
Oh.
It's very good and fun. It's just called The Making of Lego Island, a documentary by YouTuber Matt KC. And I don't know much about this guy. This is a documentary that was like recommended to me by a friend. He was like, I want you guys to come over and watch this documentary together because it looks really cool. And I was like, this sounds like exactly the kind of thing I'd be into. So we did, and it was great. It is apparently this YouTuber Matt Casey, he's like a programmer and also kind of a Lego Island enthusiast. Like he decompiled the code for Lego Island, which is basically like disassembling the code for a game so that you can fully look at it and understand it. That's I don't know enough about programming to really be able to describe what that means, but I know it's impressive and cool.
It sounds impressive and cool.
As I yawn. Sorry.
What? Oh,
said as I yawn.
As you yawn. Sounds super impressive. Yeah.
Yawn.
No, it's just 10:30, and I've been up since 6:30.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll make it fast then.
No, I'm not. I'm not rushing. I can't control it. I'm sorry.
I feel empathy for your tiredness, and I want to take care of my brother. So, but yeah, so The Making of Lego Island, it's very good. It's a fun, it's very well made, very well put together, well researched documentary that's full of interviews with people who, with a lot of like the cast and crew of people who worked on the original Lego Island. So I don't think that we had the original Lego Island growing up, or if we did, we mostly played the sequel.
Yeah, right? I think we had both of them, but the sequel was so much more fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can like skateboard and stuff in the second one, and the first one. The first one is it's much simpler and kind of smaller scale, and there's much smaller scale, and also it's first person, so it's kind of like you're walking around through the town first person, and like it's more like a point and click adventure game almost. Yeah, from what I can tell.
And there was a lot more plot in the second one, and it was a lot funnier. That I feel like Lego Island 2 is like really where like the humor you see like in the Lego movie and like in all like the like Lego Star Wars and stuff. I think it all can trace itself back to Lego Island 2.
Yeah,
like that kind of
honestly,
humor.
I think it was present in the first game though, which I feel after having watched this documentary, because it's a really cool, like, even if you don't know anything about, if you don't care about Legos or about video games, it's still a really cool documentary to watch. Like it reminded me a little bit of like watching the Industrial Light and Magic documentary on Disney Plus,
which is so good. Everyone should watch it.
Yeah, because it's like you're watching this group of people, you know, getting together to do this like big ambitious thing that nobody's ever really done before, and they're all kind of young and flying by the seat of their pants, but like working really hard and working long hours, but doing it because they love it and because they want to make something really good, and all the like innovation and cool things that they figure out how to do, and you know, seeing them having fun doing it, it's really cool. So it's a Lego the game Lego Island it's like a first person sort of adventure game, very heavily steeped in comedy, and it is made by a developer called Mindscape. And before this, they mainly did like educational games using like licensed characters. So for example, they did Star Wars chess, actually, not educational per se, but they did Star Wars chess, which is on the Game Lab, by the way, if you want to play it. Put that on there. They did Star Wars chess. They did a bunch of the like licensed Mario games, like educational Mario, just like Mario is Missing, and Luigi's Time Machine or whatever, you know, those ones.
I've not heard of those before.
Yeah, they're educational games starring Mario. That's
cool.
Yeah,
sweet.
They've been memed a lot. Great, but yeah, so they did a lot of like educational focused games for like Super Nintendo and for home consoles and for like PC and stuff. And then apparently back in the 80s and 90s when this was all going on, Lego was very resistant to getting into video games, because partly because the Lego company is very perfectionist. They don't want to put anything that's not a quality product out there. So everybody coming to them being like, we want to make a Lego video game. They were like, give us a reason why we should make a video game out of this, and also give us a reason why, if we made a video game, would that cannibalize the sales of actual Lego bricks? Because we don't want this to, like, if you can make Legos, infinite Legos in a computer, then why would you buy Lego bricks again, right? And so the pitch that the people at Mindscape came to Lego with was basically like, we're not like here to just make a computer game where you can like build stuff in Lego virtually like every other company was pitching to you. We want to create a game that creates the experience of what it's like to like, that kind of embraces the imagination of Lego and gives you the experience of like, this is what it's like to be playing with Legos, and this is what it is like to like live in a Lego world. And so it's more about like getting you excited to do stuff with Lego. The idea being that like once you're done playing this game, then you would want to go out and do it for real with your own Legos. Kind of, it's let's say it's not a simulation. It is an experience about having fun. Which is cool, and they did a really good job with that. And it's like, and so like seeing the process of them making this game and all the different backgrounds these people come from. Like some of them had like come from like a comedy radio show backgrounds, which is where a lot of the voice acting and the comedy comes from, the comedy writing.
Hey Pepper.
Hey Pepper. And yeah, it's a delightful, like really cool story, where they're like on the cutting edge of technology and of like designing a kind of game that didn't really exist before, because at one point they talk about how like a lot of the time, in most games, you're either like inside a bunch of enclosed spaces, or you're like, if you're in an open space, you're like way up in the air above looking at things from like a distance. And so the idea that like you could walk through like kind of an open world space where like you could be inside and then you could be outside and everything's kind of interconnected was really like kind of difficult and unheard of at the time. So this is like one of the earliest open world games, essentially. Yeah, so like they were doing, so they were doing like really like impressive things, like technology wise and design wise, and doing it all while making a game that's really like fun and funny, and basically none of the other Lego video games would have existed if it were not for this one and for the tone that it established and like the sense of humor that it established. And anyway, it's really good. It's only an hour long and it's on YouTube for free. The Making of Lego Island by Matt KC. Highly recommend. Very
nice.
Fun. Yeah. And then last thing I want to talk about was, speaking of video games, that we got a big video game news story this past week.
Yeah.
Which is that the Nintendo Switch 2 was finally revealed.
Why did they name it the Super Nintendo Switch? I don't understand.
Listen, I wanted them to name it like the Ultra Switch 64 or like,
or the Switch Revolution,
cool.
or
yeah.
I remember the Wii was called the Revolution.
The Nintendo Revolution.
Yeah, no.
You know the code name for the GameCube was for the Project Dolphin. Was the code name?
I feel like I've heard that.
And then that's why in Super Mario Sunshine the island is called Isle Delfino. It's because of that. And also the emulator that if you want to emulate GameCube or Wii games, the emulator is called Dolphin. So that's another reference to that.
I like that. I like it a lot.
Anyway, but yeah, the Switch 2 was officially revealed finally. We got a short, like, 2-ish minute video. Just showing. Something just fell behind you, Sam.
That was my alarm clock. It's fine.
You okay?
I'm fine.
I saw something fall off the dresser above you, out of frame.
Yeah. No, it was my alarm clock. It just fell.
Okay.
On my head.
Just decided. On your head? Are you okay?
Here's the thing. I'm fine. It like grazed my head as it was tumbling down. I have my whole desk and area is just a mess of cables, and I hate it. but there's there's no better way to do it. Like so my alarm clock cable stretches along the wall right here up into like up here where it sits, and it's a projector alarm clock, so I can see the projector like the big open space above my desk. Yeah, but every once in a while I'll spin in my chair and catch it with my elbow, the cable, and it'll fall down. So yeah,
but you survived.
I did.
So thankfully,
yeah, it was a close.
Anyway, you got clocked by that clock. Anyway, Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch 2 was revealed, and it's kind of funny because like people have been waiting for months and months for the official reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2, but like in the meantime, there have been. I think this is probably the most leaked piece of video game hardware in history, just in terms of like the number of like things getting leaked online of like, here's what the specs of the thing are going to be, here's what games are going to be on it, here's what it's going to look like. It's especially what it's going to look like there's been descriptions of the design, and also like actual schematics, and then eventually like some actual like photos of the thing leaking.
Right. I saw that like there was like some big like video game conference, I think it was like CES or something.
Yes.
Like 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And the Switch 2 was there, and it was announced like 3 days ago.
So what happened was there is a company that makes like accessories and cases for video game consoles. Like they make Switch cases and stuff. Yeah. And they announced going into CES, which is the Consumer Electronics Show, which happens every year in Las Vegas. And they announced like beforehand, they were like, yeah, we're gonna have some Nintendo Switch 2 accessories on display there, and it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch 2. So come to our booth and you can see the Switch 2. Is basically what they were saying.
How did they get away with that?
So what happened was essentially they were like forced to admit by like Nintendo like came to them during the show, and then we're like, what are you doing? Stop. and they had to like put out a statement and be like, so actually what we had out here was not an official model of the Switch 2. It was a 3D printed model of the Switch 2 that we created based on all of the leaks. We didn't actually have anything.
But then like 10 days later, the exact thing that they had was put in this really fancy commercial.
100%. Yes. So like people knew about the Switch 2 and what it was going to look like, going in. We just didn't have any like official like high resolution looks at it yet. But that's why like they were able to kind of get all these headlines and get people excited about not really excited about their products so much as excited about the whole like, oh, they have the Switch 2 before Nintendo's even showed it to us, So it was silly. But anyway, so yeah, the Switch 2, we knew what it was going to look like, but now we definitely know. And it's basically just the Switch but bigger and more powerful. Yeah. With like a couple new features that people are kind of speculating about. Like one thing that people are guessing about is that that has not technically been confirmed yet, but people are thinking that the Joy-Cons, the controllers, are going to be able to sit basically kind of vertically, like on their sides on a table, and you can use it as a mouse.
I have seen that. That looks. I'm curious.
Yes.
How that's going to work in gameplay.
Yes, I'm excited about it because I think I like anytime Nintendo tries to do something weird and cool and like different. Because I like the creativity that comes out of that. Yeah. And I think that having a mouse like built into the Switch is a cool idea for a number of reasons. One, it would make like porting of PC games a lot easier, and and because the PC gaming market, the PC gaming handheld market has gotten so big in the last couple of years with the Steam Deck and all of its competitors, like it makes sense that Nintendo would kind of want to get in on that a little bit. Yeah. And then the other thing is just like what sorts of cool, interesting things could A, Nintendo do with it, and B, could like indie developers do with that. I like that idea.
Yeah. The first thing I saw a bunch of people say online was that they wonder if they're bringing back Mario Paint.
Yes, because famously the Super Nintendo did have an accessory that was the Super Nintendo mouse. It was a mouse that you plugged into your Super Nintendo, and the main thing it was used for was Mario Paint. And so, yeah, I would love to see like Mario Paint come back in some form. That'd be cool.
That'd be sweet.
I mean, like, Nintendo's like for a long time has been, they've been like they like coming out with stuff that's not just like games, but also like creative tools and things. So, like, there's stuff like Mario Maker obviously was a big one on the Switch and the Wii U, but also like cool stuff like Nintendo Labo, like the cardboard stuff.
Yeah, you had one of those, right?
Like, yeah, I've got some Labo into the room.
Fun.
I've got a bunch of cardboard.
Yeah, you do.
Although Labo is one of the few games that's probably not going to work on the Switch 2 because they're removing the IR sensor on the bottom of the Joy-Con, which is one of the things that was used for a lot of the applications in Labo. Anyway, but yeah, it's going to be a Switch with a bigger screen and with more powerful internals, and it's probably going to be able to like. I think that what people have been comparing it to that I've heard so far is like it's going to be as powerful as a PS4, basically. Ooh. So not as powerful as anything that's like Nintendo's always behind like hardware wise when it comes to like raw power, but they make up for it just in terms of sheer polish, and also like it makes for a lower price point, which means they get a larger audience, and yeah. So, but that'll be cool, and so that's exciting. And then the other thing. With that is that the game that they had playing on the screen on the Switch 2 during the reveal trailer was a new Mario Kart game.
Mario Kart 9 with 24 players.
Yes. So two things about that. One, Mario Kart 9, maybe it might also be Mario Kart 10 because we don't know if they're counting the mobile game or not. Because Mario Kart.
The iPhone game. Yeah.
Yeah, the iPhone, like the mobile Mario Kart game, like
that was a lot of fun. I played that a lot.
Yeah. It is. A lot of people are assuming it's gonna be Mario Kart 9, but in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC that's come out over the last couple years, a lot of those courses some of the courses have been taken from Mario Kart World Tour, whatever it's called, whatever the mobile game is called. And so
it's World Tour or Grand Prix or something.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm
I think World Tour. I think that's right. The more I think about it.
Mario Kart Mobile is called Mario Kart Tour. Just Tour.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So it's like not every Mario Kart game is necessarily like numbered. Like when they say Mario Kart like 7 was the first one that was numbered. And that was on the 3DS. And then 8 was on the Wii U, and then 8 Deluxe came out as like an enhanced port on the Switch. And then the next Mario Kart game to come out after that was Mario Kart Tour on mobile. And then after that we got Mario Kart Home Circuit, which was the remote control car one that I have that I brought
that Marion loves so much. Before.
Yeah, that Marion loves it. Marion's into it.
Yep. Marion approved.
But for example, that's like. That one's a spin-off, but the mobile one people are thinking is more of a mainline one because they've actually taken tracks from that and brought it into Mario Kart 8.
I don't know if I realized that there were like tracks for Mario Kart Tour that were original to that game. I just thought it was
a lot of them are. Yeah.
I don't know if I realized that. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the ones that are like in like cities, like the Tokyo level or the
they did have a lot of like
those
that's right. They had like Tokyo and San Francisco and I think they had New York, maybe, in London for sure. Paris, true. Paris is fun.
But yeah, so the new Mario Kart, whether it's called 9 or 10 or Mario Kart subtitle, whatever, that's gonna be coming out for the Switch 2, probably a launch title, I would guess. It's been like something like 11 years since so Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U came out in 2014, so that's the last time we had a mainline console entry, like a fully
I guess
new
it was
Mario
a
Kart
Wii U
game on a console.
That makes sense.
Yeah So 2014 was Mario Kart 8 came out.
It's still like so relevant, like people still play it all the time, just like Smash.
It's excellent. It is one of the best racing games ever made, maybe the best Mario Kart. Subjectively, obviously, you can have your own opinions.
Double Dash,
Double Dash is great. Yeah, but like just in terms of like sheer variety of content and the quality of it and the polish, it is. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. People are going to be playing that for forever. Still,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean,
But
people still
I'm
play
very
Double
glad that we're
Dash.
getting it. Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, people do.
No, me. I do.
People do.
I do.
Yeah. Sam was pointing to himself when he said that. To be clear. But yeah, I am very excited that we're getting finally a new Mario Kart game, because I do like seeing, like, as much as Mario Kart 8 has been great. I want new stuff. I want new character designs. I want new mechanics. I want new. I like a refresh. I
don't know if you noticed this, but I saw someone else notice this and then posted about it, and then I'm going to say that I noticed it. Is they redesigned Donkey Kong.
Yes,
you got a character redesign, which like leads people to think that we're going to get a new Donkey Kong game, because they usually don't redesign characters unless there's like a game to go with it.
That's true. Yeah,
you know, because whenever like Link came to like Mario Kart 8, it was this Breath of the Wild stuff, because he was wearing blue, because that's what he wore in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Although, so technically it was, so in Mario Kart 8, the original Mario Kart 8, he came as a DLC character, but he was in his Skyward Sword design. And then on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, when he came back, he got his Breath of the Wild design.
I see. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Missed that.
Yeah. But still, point taken. Yeah.
But still, he was in his Skyward Sword one. He was wearing the newest version that he had at the time when Mario Kart 8 came out. See? So
yes. Yeah. So
point
people are saying
stands.
that the new Donkey Kong design, like I think every character has more like I mean, we've got a very like brief look at it in this trailer, and it's like on a screen inside the trailer. There's like an extra level of like we're having to zoom in on things, and it's all pixely, but it does look like every character's gotten a bit of a facelift. But Donkey Kong is one of the most notable ones, because he looks a lot more like a classic Donkey Kong. Like if you look at he's had a lot of comparisons to the way that Donkey Kong Jr. looks in the original Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. So people are thinking that maybe this game is going to be kind of like a throwback to the original Mario Kart in some ways. And also, if you look at Bowser, his face looks more like he looked on the Nintendo 64. So he's got more of an N64 Bowser look to him.
It's really boxy and like polygonal.
Kind of a longer face, a little bit, a little bit boxier, yeah.
I was just making a dumb joke.
Oh, you were making a polygons joke. You were making an old.
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah, no, he doesn't look like he was made of triangles. No.
Yeah, he doesn't have like the Tomb Raider 64 going for him. Like
he doesn't. He doesn't have. Yeah, he doesn't have. He's not just all cones. No.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have triangle boobs. No.
No. I think they should give him triangle boobs though.
They should.
I think that. Come on, Nintendo. What are you doing?
Let's be forward thinking about this. Come on.
So anyway, Mario Kart. And the other thing which you did mention is that people are speculating that this is going to be the one track that they showed. It's a new track, and you can see like there's only like I don't know, maybe a dozen or so actual racers in the trailer, but on that specific track, you can see the number of starting places before the finish line or the starting line or whatever. There's 24 of them, so people are guessing that this is going to be a 24-player Mario Kart, which is nuts. And I'd be down. I don't know how it's gonna work.
So chaotic.
Yeah. I was talking to my friends like I know that it's almost certainly not going to be this way, but I would so love it if they would like somehow make it work to where you can actually have like 24 Nintendo Switches in the same room playing together.
Oh my gosh, that would be insane.
It would be insane, but also it's like Nintendo can't make like 8-player Smash work without a bunch of lag. So like there's no way they're gonna make like.
Here's the thing. I think the only way to make it work smoothly is to hardwire everything. So we just need to get a bunch of link cables. Yeah,
they're gonna bring back the link cable. That's it.
Yes.
It's gonna be a LAN party.
Yes.
With your Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I'm very excited to see what we get. Yeah. So so that's all we know about the Switch 2 so far. Is we got that brief reveal trailer, and we know that we're getting a new Mario Kart, which I'm very excited for. And then the next time that they're going to be talking about it, this was like a brief like, all right, yeah, the Switch 2 got leaked 8 billion times, so we're just going to show it to you now because this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
But we're not going to actually tell you much about like the details of the system or when it's coming out or what games are going to come out on it until the Nintendo Direct that we're doing in March or no April. April.
Yeah.
Like April 3rd, I think, is when the Nintendo Direct is going to be about.
As long as it's on April 1st, we can actually believe it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like on the 2nd or the 3rd is when it's going to be.
Yeah.
So
I guarantee you it's going to come out like by Black Friday.
Oh yeah, they're absolutely getting it out in time for the holidays. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would guess like September, October is when it would like really come out.
That makes sense. Yeah. So that's exciting.
I wonder if they're gonna re-release Tears of the Kingdom and have an expansion DLC like they had like the Master Quest for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't Master Quest for Tears of the Kingdom because I like the Master Quest.
I'm sorry that you were disappointed that one of the biggest games ever made didn't have more content you could get for it, Sam.
Jack, you know, I'm used to content being unlimited, so I would hope.
I walked into that.
You did.
Absolutely 100%.
You did. That's on you.
That is on me. I'm sorry. I'm quitting the podcast.
No!
I'm resigning in shame.
Sad.
I'm unresigning. I'm back.
Yes!
Let's talk about some Star Wars, Sam.
We got him.
We got him back.
So So Star Wars news right now. So I mean, Skeleton Crew's over. It happened. It was a show. I definitely watched it all. I don't want to watch it again. It was fine.
Cool.
It was fine.
Well, too bad. We'll get there eventually.
No. I don't know if I saw. This might be just a lie, but I want to. Hopefully that you haven't seen this yet, because I want to see the look on your face when you learn about it. They're talking about having a Cal Kestis show or movie.
What?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. I would love. I mean, Cal Kestis is a character. I don't love him necessarily, but I do like seeing more representation of like video games in the main media, and I also love BD1, his little buddy, little droid.
Yeah.
That I love. So yes, I would love that. That'd be awesome. And it's also another instance of like the actor who plays him that's how they designed his character. It's like it's his likeness, so he could easily play him in live action.
Yeah, it'd be funny if they didn't have him played though.
They just got a different guy.
It's just
let's throw a different ginger in there.
Yeah, no, actually it's just Keanu this time. Yeah, sorry.
Just Keanu. Wow, you look real different. What are you talking about? I'm Cal Kestis. Amazing. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I can't think of anything else that's happening. Like, I don't think I saw any news that was like noteworthy.
I mean, Star Wars Celebration Japan is coming up. That's a thing. So we'll probably get some news then.
When is that? Do you know when that is?
May.
Okay, so typical Star Wars news season.
Yeah, around May the 4th
and whatnot. Yeah. Neat. There was also a rumor about what the plot of the Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be. Did we talk about that on the podcast? I don't think we did.
No, we talked about it in the group chat, but
yeah. Mm-hmm. So the rumor is that the plot of the Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be the Mandalorian Din Djarin and Grogu are trying to like save Stinky, Rod of the Hutt, from Embo, which on the one hand makes me very excited because I love Embo and I've made my love for Embo very clear, and I want to see live action Embo at some point.
Yeah,
when we're getting Embo a Star Wars story.
Yeah, but what in the like random Clone Wars episode is this?
Yeah, it is a weird thing to make a movie about. But my guess is that like
I hope that's wrong. Like Embo's great, but that's just a rehashing of a Clone Wars arc that's already happened. You're just putting
literally the first Clone Wars arc.
Yes, we don't need this.
We already have a movie about this.
Yeah, it's the Clone Wars movie. No, it's not. Is it? No.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, it is? Okay. I can't remember if it was that or Christophsis.
No.
Yeah. But
yeah, but like there is some truth to this, we know, because we do know that Rod of the Hutt has been cast already, and he's going to be in it in some
who's
form.
Who's playing Rod of the Hutt?
It's some guy from The Bear. I don't know actors. Hold on.
Was it Jeremy Allen White? Oh no. It was Jeremy Allen White, wasn't it?
Rod of the Hutt. Hold on. Rod of the Hutt. Yeah, Jeremy Allen White. Yes.
That's hilarious.
Jeremy Allen White from The Bear and Shameless, and
he is the Bear.
Yeah,
isn't he?
he's the Bear. I don't know anything about The Bear.
I've never watched The Bear.
I know there's a TV show called The Bear. That's
He's
what
the
I know
main-
about The Bear.
He's the main guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, reportedly it's going to be about adult Rod of the Hutt, because the last time I don't know when the last time we saw Rod of the Hutt is necessarily, but the time that I know of him is when he's
he fit in Rex's backpack. I know that.
He was in Rex's backpack in the Clone Wars movie, and Ahsoka called him Stinky. And he was a little baby Hutt.
I swear, if Ahsoka doesn't show up and call him Stinky to his face.
Yeah. That's what I want. That'd be great. I would love that.
Yeah.
It would make the Clone Wars fans very happy, and nobody else would care.
But he also has to inexplicably have a Cajun accent.
Wait, why?
Like Zero.
Oh, yeah. He has to sound like... No, Zero has to be the only one that sounds like that. That's my... I think Zero just inexplicably has to be the only one who has this weird accent. And everybody else has
just
a
like
regular,
Yoda talks backwards.
Yeah. He's just the weird one. He's the weird one in the family.
Yeah. Every family has one.
Yeah. I very much want to see Embo in live action. Like, anyway, just more Embo is better. Embo is my opinion. But that being said, I think that like
I don't want them to waste a movie on this.
Agreed. My hope is that like this is all true, but only in that like this is the opening of the movie. Like they're on a chase, and then like the actual inciting incident happens. Like this is just the cold open. Is like they're at a chase. There's a cool chase sequence with Embo and trying to get Rod of the Hutt, and then something happens, and then Ahsoka shows up, and she's like, "Hey, Stinky, shut up. We have actual business to do." And then he's like, "We got to go to Mandalore and slay the Mythosaur or some shit. I don't know, whatever they're gonna do."
Is that what you're supposed to do with Mythosaur? Are you supposed to kill it?
I hope not, but also I don't know. I was like, what's a more epic, interesting thing they could do than chase after guy from the Bear as Stinky?
How about build a third Death Star, but this time it's for the good guys?
You mean a fourth Death Star?
Well, in timeline order, it would be the third one.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, I'm sure they're working on Starkiller Base already, but it's pretty big.
It is pretty big.
Well, anyway, that'll be coming out in 800 years or something.
Next year.
Yeah, I also heard that I saw something online about like them saying that like how well the Mandalorian and Grogu does will determine whether or not we get the Mandoverse Avengers movie, which is separate from this. This is going to be a different thing.
Yeah.
So
because that's
hopefully it does well. Hopefully it's good and it does well.
Yeah, that's the Grand Admiral Thranos kind of.
Yeah. Heir to the Empire or whatever. Yeah. It'd be great. Grand Admiral Thranos. Perfectly balanced is whatever something. Yeah. Okay.
This
you
was
want to talk about our Clone Wars for the day?
Making a note here. Huge success.
That's a different character. That's a
different
villain.
Thing ending with OS.
Do you want Mr. Mickelson himself to have a musical number at the end of this movie? Do you think he should sing a song?
As long as it's the same tone as the one from the end of Portal.
Still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very like sort of sarcastic and vindictive.
Yes.
Yeah, excellent.
Because we all know Thrawn is sarcastic and has a sense of humor and emotes.
Yeah, him and all of his emotions.
Yep.
Like
Stoicism. That's his
Anyway,
emotion.
let's go. Anyway, let's talk about some Star Wars.
Let's do a Star Wars.
Yeah, time for our main segment. This week, as I said before, we were talking about the Clone Wars Season 5, Episodes 10 and 11. Secret Weapons and A Sunny Day in the Void. This is the first 2 episodes of a 4-episode arc about a bunch of droids doing some weird stuff. Sam, where does this take place in the timeline?
Both in 20 and 19 BBY, Jack. Happy Star Wars New Year's.
What? Whoa!
Happy
Yeah, so it's on Wikipedia. It says the first episode takes place 20, and then the second, third, and fourth all take place, quote, between 20 and 19 BBY. So we're there basically.
Yeah,
exciting.
It all occurs at midnight on going into 19 BBY. All just snap a finger in this liminal space between times.
In the between times. All right. So the first episode of this arc is called Secret Weapons. The moral is humility is the only defense against humiliation. Some good wordplay there. Secret transmission intercepted. The Jedi Council has intercepted an encoded transmission of General Grievous. However, Republican. So I've never heard them refer to like things from the Republic as Republican. Have they done that? Like, it makes sense. It's just
It
like,
does
my
make
brain
sense,
is, like,
but why?
Like, I haven't heard that.
Why would
Yeah,
they
I
do
haven't
that?
heard that word in that context.
I feel like George Lucas wouldn't have signed off on
Republican
that.
intelligence officers. Republican intelligence officers have failed to crack the new encryption code being used by the droids. Fears escalate that the Separatists are about to mount a major offensive. Having located the source of the transmission deep in Separatist space, the Jedi Council plan a counterstrike to capture an enemy decoding ship, which will allow them to understand the transmission and thwart the Separatist plot.
Dun, dun, dun.
The Jedi High Council has devised a plan to capture a Separatist decoding module from within the vault of an enemy battleship. Since the mission involves a special level of infiltration capability, the Council has decided to employ a team of hand-picked droids for the undertaking. Thus, several Republican... Yeah, again!
Stop.
They said Republican again. That's weird.
Who wrote this Wikipedia article? They need to stop.
Several Republic droids
Thank you.
are assembled in the Jedi Temple War Room. The astromech droids are R2-D2, QTKT,
Yes!
M5BZ, and U9C4, as well as WAC-47, an over-enthusiastic and bumbling pit droid who promptly arrives late for the mission briefing by Master Windu because of a hearing mistake, and thus does nothing to garner much confidence from the others. QTKT is in this. When was have we seen her already in the Clone Wars, or is this the first time?
I'm gonna pull up her page right now.
I'm looking at appearances.
All right,
Yeah, so her first canon appearance, at least chronologically, is Secret Weapon, this episode. I feel like we talked about her before on the podcast, but
we have. I don't know why we have, but we have.
yeah. Why is there nothing in here about? There's no like behind the scenes section. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's weird. QTKT and R2KT are 2 different droids. I thought this was the same droid.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so for reference, everybody, these are both 2 droids that look a lot like R2-D2, except they're pink. Behind the scenes about R2KT, this is an astromech droid that was created by the R2-D2 Builders Club in 2005 as a tribute to Katie Johnson, the 7-year-old daughter of Albin Johnson, the founder of the 501st Legion costuming group. Katie was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer in 2004, and Albin, who was doing 501st charity work at the time, received support from around the world, from around the Star Wars community. Garrisons of the 501st Legion started independent fundraisers, and when Star Wars creator George Lucas visited Japan on a promotional tour for Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, the Japanese garrison told him of Katie's condition. In response, Lucas filmed her a get well video. As Katie's declining health struck her bedridden, the girl wished she had a droid to watch over her like R2-D2 watched over Padme Amidala in Star Wars Episode 2 Attack of the Clones. When Jerry Green of the R2 Builders heard about the Johnson story, he and his fellow builders organized a campaign to collect parts and assemble an R2 unit for Katie. In a few months, they constructed a custom, fully functional droid, which they painted pink and named R2KT. According to Albin, Katie kept the droid by her bedside through her final days. R2KT has since been used to visit children's hospitals and spread awareness of pediatric illness by attending Star Wars events. The droid has been also the focus of various fundraisers. In 2007, Hasbro Inc. produced an R2-KT action figure, raising $100,000 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And in 2015, Mattel sold a Celebration Anaheim exclusive R2-KT Star Wars Hot Wheels collectible, donating the proceeds to Star Wars Force for Change. With the First Legion, R2-KT has raised millions of dollars for charity. So yeah, that droid was then made canon when Dave Filoni featured the droid in the Star Wars The Clone Wars movie in 2008. And then made a couple of other cameo appearances in the season 1 episodes Jedi Crash and Storm over Ryloth. So yeah, R2-KT has made appearances, and we've seen her before. In the season 5 episode Secret Weapons, R2-KT was set to appear alongside R2-D2 as a member of D Squad. However, to avoid the confusion of having two characters named R2, R2-KT was replaced with QT-KT, a droid styled in R2-KT's likeness. And then later, R2-KT appeared in live action in The Force Awakens, and was also playable in Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, the video game. So that's neat. But yeah, so this is kind of R2-KT, but not. So that's where this ramble came from. Was we were excited that we thought this was this one droid, but it's actually a different one, but it's kind of the same one. Anyway, so there we go.
Love it. All
right, back to the summary. Now that we've gone off on this tangent. QT-KT, yeah, their images are a little bit different. Like her paint job is slightly different. She's an R2, well, I guess not technically an R2 unit, but a similar R series astromech droid that looks very similar, that has a pink color scheme, but her paint job is a little bit different. Okie doke. Go back to the summary. Okay. The mission is to be led by the diminutive Colonel Meber Gascon, a highly esteemed strategist for the Grand Army of the Republic. Gascon, whose strict and no-nonsense attitude immediately is off to a wrong start with wax flippancy, wastes no time going through the finer details of the plan and takes the droid to see the technician Dr. Gubacher, who outfits most of the droids with special gadgets for the mission. Wack, however, is exempted because he is to take the role of the pilot for the team, while M5BZ has his memory core removed so that Gascon can use him as a disguise and rolling command platform.
So just an aside, because it doesn't say it in the Wikipedia article. Gascon is a little frog man who is like
he's very tiny,
less than a foot tall.
He's very tiny. It's very silly. Yeah.
Yes, and also WAC 47 is a pit droid, yes. And I just want to like something that as I was just like perusing Wikipedia while you were reading all about QT-KT. He's a DUM series pit droid.
He's dumb.
He's dumb. They're like pit droids are literally DUM droids.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a dumb series pit droid.
At the Wikipedia article for Gascon. It says, Gascon's design originated from concept artwork for Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace, a design originally conceived for Jar Jar Binks. So this is an unused design. I feel we see that a lot of, like, you know, unused designs usually by Ralph McQuarrie. Like, this is actually an unused Ralph McQuarrie design.
Yeah. Or the guy who did the prequels. It wasn't Ralph McQuarrie. What was this? It was somebody else. But like his
there's
art's
a bunch.
But there's like one guy.
I think I know who you're talking about, but yeah, I can't remember. But
he's an Asian dude. I don't remember his. Yeah.
Yes, I do know who you're talking about, but I also can't remember his name.
I'm a big fan of his stuff too. But yeah, does that mean that did they just like shrink down the Jar Jar like design, or was Jar Jar supposed to be that small, or was Jar Jar supposed to be Jiminy Cricket?
I like the idea of a Jiminy Cricket Jar Jar. That's fun to me. That'd be great. Also, Gascon was voiced by Steven Stanton, who also voiced Maralu Ival. What a range. He can be this general guy. He can also be Maralu Ival.
Yeah. And can we also talk about Dr. Gubacher?
What a name.
Profoundly weird. Like, I know D. Bradley Baker was going for like mad scientist, but he came across as like weird flying octopus alien scientist who was like maybe attracted to droids. I'm not sure.
It's very silly and creepy. It's a little bit creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is interesting. So this is just this episode is nothing but tangents. And now I'm looking at this guy.
It's a very weird and silly episode. So is he in other things? Is he in other episodes?
So he has a Parwan. It looks like this is basically the only thing he's in, but he's a Parwan, which is the same species as that.
Was it a bounty hunter that was a Parwan?
Yeah, he was a bounty hunter in the cube. He was the guy who could like his physiology meant that he could go through the force field and grab the serum.
He's the box ghost.
He's the box ghost. Yeah.
I am the box
that's the other time we've seen a
ghost.
Parwan. Was this guy? I feel like we've seen this species before, and we had. It was that bounty hunter guy.
Yeah.
With the tentacles and the eyes and stuff.
The eyes.
He also apparently. Kubacher was also part of the Republic's strategic advisory cell and worked with many other members of the cell in constructing a massive mobile battle station for the Republic, which would later be known as the Death Star. So this guy helped build the Death Star. So maybe not. I'm not as cool about this guy anymore. I'm like,
I was never cool about this guy. He was creepy to begin with.
I like weirdos when they're like the good guys. Like he's kind of weird and a little bit creepy, but like he's a good guy working for the good guys doing cool stuff, and he's like I'm about that. But as soon as he's I'm making death machines.
But like the Republic is headed up by the most baddest bad guy of all. So because the Republic.
What is? Sorry?
The Republic.
Oh, yeah. No, true. Yeah.
Yeah, because they're all Republicans.
But like... Oh. I don't like that.
Me
I don't
either.
like that.
I don't like it.
Anyway. Back to the plot of this silly episode. Okay. As the mission begins, Wack overconfidently decides to take matters into his own hands by setting their transport shuttle on a collision course with their targeted ship in order to attract his attention. The result of this maneuver gathers a bit more attention than necessary as the shuttle is taken in by a tractor beam and the Dreadnought's droid crew proceeds to cart off the astromechs off for interrogation. They said off twice, not me. That was in the summary, to be clear. I feel like I dunk on people who write these summaries too much. Like, they do...
It's a fair amount. It's a fair amount.
They
should have read. They do it for free, but they should read it out loud if you're gonna publish it. It's like before you turn a paper in, read it out loud. Make sure it makes sense.
These people are doing a public service for us, Sam. I appreciate all the hard work they do.
They are
that we don't have to do.
This is. I'm not crapping on them. This is constructive criticism.
See, I like you, Wikipedia writers. I think you're great and cool.
I didn't
Sam's
say
the one that
I didn't
you're
like
lame
you.
And weird.
See, here he goes again, putting words in my mouth. I didn't say that. I said, you know how it could be better? Doing this. Did I say it was bad? No.
Have you ever tried you should try a compliment sandwich sometime, Sam. You should start with something positive, then your criticism, and then end with something else positive. Be nice.
I like that you wrote this thing. It sucks, but it was nice that you wrote it. Does that work? Cool. Does that count?
You know what? It lacks a little something, but we'll move on. It's okay.
What? Give me a compliment sandwich and tell me what it lacks. Do it.
Well, it was nice that you tried, but it sucked. But it was nice that you tried.
You didn't tell me what it sucked. You just said that it sucked. I want to know what. That's not constructive. You're just shitting on me. Why am I turning into Seinfeld?
Now you know how it feels. Now you know how it feels, Sam. That's what they probably felt like. All these All the Wikipedia article writers, they listen to our podcast every week, Sam. You gotta be
I know
nice
they
to
do.
them.
That's why I'm saying constructive criticism. I wasn't crapping on them. I said, hey, you know what would make it better? This one specific thing that you could do to help it better. But when you tried to compliment sandwich me, you just said, hey, you're nice, but you're shitty. But I mean, you're kind of nice. That's all you said. Play back the tapes. That's all you said. That's all you did.
No, I'm the editor. I could cut this all out if I wanted to, Sam. I'm in control here.
But this is gold. We're having fun.
This is comedy gold. This is drama.
Comedy gold.
That's what the people want.
You gotta give the people what they want. I'm just becoming Seinfeld. It's fine.
We have to move on. We have to move on.
No, we don't. We're in charge. We can do whatever we want.
The droids, however, managed to overpower their guards and sneak away to initiate the next step of their mission by having C4 cause a temporary power outage to circumvent the security settings at the decoding module vault, and Wax successfully manages to dupe the droid guards stationed outside the vault. But when Gascon attempts to open the vault door, he accidentally inserts M5's tools into a power outlet, causing the astromech to suffer an enormous electric shock. Gascon then unexpectedly appears unsure about what to do next, and under Wax questioning, he reluctantly reveals that while he does have a reputation for being a tactical analyst, he has no real field experience whatsoever, and that he sees this mission as an opportunity to promote himself. Upon Wax's challenge to treat his team with more respect, Gascon and the droids finally find a common ground and make a truce to see the mission succeed. The droids manage to disable the security measures within the vault itself and penetrate to the module storage chamber. However, their undertakings have caught the attention of the ship's droid commander, Otto, who arrives on the scene with an escort of battle droids to investigate. But R2, who conveniently stands near a control pad for the chamber's artificial gravity, promptly turns it off, causing all the droids to float helplessly around. This gives the droid team the opportunity to finish off the battle droids. Otto still remains functional and attempts his best to thwart them, but by cooperating, Gascon, Wack, and R2 manage to put him out of commission as well. Otto still manages to sound the general alert before he deactivates, forcing the team to evacuate immediately. At first eager to leave to prevent their capture, Gascon consents to his team's wish to take the damaged M5 with them, and amidst the hubbub the alarm has caused, Gascon and his droid team manage to slip away with the decoding module in their possession and a newfound appreciation for each other. End of what did I hit up there? End of the episode. Gosh, this is a train wreck.
Okay, genuine compliment to the Wikipedia author. You used the word hubbub. You wrote out the word hubbub. Good
That's
job.
great. I do appreciate that.
Thank you for doing that.
Hubbub.
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 Thank you.
That's
the best thing you've done.
That's the word of the day.
That's the best
This episode
thing.
of Living Content is also sponsored by the word hubbub. I've got to use the word hubbub somewhere in the title of this episode.
Yep.
Maybe it'll just be hubbub. Maybe we'll just say hubbub. Or
Do it.
just, I don't know.
Something.
A big ol' hubbub of droids. What's a hubbub about Wikipedia article writers?
Something.
About a hubbub about the Nintendo Switch 2 and Mario Kart.
You'll figure it out. You'll get there.
Yeah.
We're not there yet.
We'll get there.
But you'll get there. See, that was another compliment sandwich.
What do you think about this episode, Sam?
It was a lot of fun. I love Wack. Wack is hilarious.
He's silly. He's a silly boy. I like
Yep. We need more silly droids like Wack.
Silly droids are good.
I love me a silly droid.
This is nothing if not one of the most silly droid arcs we've ever gotten.
Didn't you say this was George Lucas's favorite Clone Wars arc?
The episode after this one is George Lucas's favorite Clone Wars episode. The one where they're stranded in the wilderness, in the void. That's
that one episode?
episode. Yes. Yeah.
It ends on a cliffhanger. It ends on a cliffhanger.
But it ends on they're better off than they were before. They're not in the void anymore. So
That's true, but they're on like what seems like an abandoned settlement.
yeah, well, George Lucas likes cliffhangers, I guess. It's not like he, had one of the biggest cliffhangers in history in one of his movies.
Was it a cliffhanger?
Here's the
Or
thing
was it a
for it.
plot twist?
It was a plot twist, but then, Luke is literally hanging. They save him. But I just mean that, it was a, what?
You don't have to be hanging for it to be a cliffhanger. Yeah, that's a plot twist.
Funny
That's not
that he's
cliffhanger.
literally hanging. There's a cliffhanger in that we don't know what's gonna happen next. Like, I don't know. Like he's
Yeah,
alive,
that's how the second movie in a trilogy always goes. You don't know what's going to happen next. Especially when it's the sequel trilogy. You never know what's going to happen ever because nothing actually happens.
I was trying to give credit to my best friend George Lucas, Sam. Be nice to George.
If he's your best friend, why hasn't he been on our podcast yet?
You know, that's good. That's a good point. George, what the heck? Where have you been?
Yeah. Famously doesn't have a lot, George Lucas.
Oh, yeah, there was a joke, Sam. There was a joke about him being a billionaire. To be clear, I was looking at the.
Hold on. Time out. Can we just say that George Lucas might be one of the few ethical billionaires? Because here's the thing, he didn't get his billions by exploiting anybody. He literally he made a really good product and then like wrote in his contract before anyone, like, it was just a gamble. Like no one knew that, like he made his movies to be one giant toy commercial, right? And then said, I want cut of the merchandise. Like that's all I want is cut of merchandise.
I see what you're saying. I have a couple problems with it. Number one is you can't expect that not a ton of the toys that that made George Lucas his fortune were not made using made via exploitation. But more importantly, I think that the existence of billionaires is unethical.
Sure. Yes. Fine. Granted. But did George Lucas make the toys? Was he in charge of like how they were made, or was he just like, if you make toys, I get a cut?
Sure, but also he's a billionaire who could have had he could have decided to be like, he could have also put it in his contract like, hey, don't use exploitation. Or he could have at a certain point when he was a billionaire been like, hey, make sure that all toys and all products related to Star Wars are made ethically. He hasn't done that, and he's a billionaire. He could do that. I'm just saying. I'm just I actively dislike George Lucas being a billionaire less than I do other people being billionaires, but I still think it's bad that he's a billionaire.
Sure.
But
yes, that's fair.
Is this the most like arguments we've had per episode ever?
I'm just
not bad arguments, but just like
no. I don't think we're having bad arguments. No, I don't know. I'm just having fun. Yeah, I'm like more relaxed than I've been in a while. And
that's good.
It is good, yeah. The holidays are over, and so I'm not working as hard as I usually am, which is nice. And yeah, I don't know. I'm having fun.
Having fun, being playful.
I'm in a certain kind of mood where I just want to just yell at you for no reason because it's fun.
Yes. Well, that's good that you're having fun, though. That's good. That's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm feeling like it's getting kind of late. So I think I'm just slap happy. Just loosey goosey.
I'm happy for your slap happiness.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That could also be the title of this episode. Happy for slap happiness.
So you have to include the word hubbub, though. You'll figure it out.
A hubbub about slap happiness.
Sure.
We'll find out. No, it's not a good title, but I'll figure it out. Anyway,
you're meandering in the right direction.
Yes, meandering. That's a good title. Meandering in the right direction. Actually, that's a good title, and also a good description for the second episode that we're about to talk about.
Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Yes, it's my turn.
Okay, I did want to mention. I was looking at. I want to know who voiced Whack because he's got a fun he's got the very typical the nerd voice. I feel like every 90s and 2000s animated show had to have a character with this voice in it, Indeed. And I was curious about who the voice actor for this was, and it's a guy named Ben Diskin, who's also the voice of AZ3. Later on in the Clone Wars, and he's the floating medical droid guy who helps who was it, Tup? or somebody, whoever's in the arc where they're like trying to expose like the thing about the clones having the inhibitor chips, what they actually do. And he's the droid that like helps that one clone. And then he comes back later in Rebels and
he's all in the Bad Batch. Yeah.
Yeah. He's in a bunch of the Bad Batch. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that he was the inhibitor chip clone.
Yeah. It's Fives is who he helps. Yeah. Him and Fives are like a team on God, Camp Camino. Jeez, it's late. Yeah. So anyway, same voice actor. Another fun little droid guy. Very different little droid guy, but still silly and fun. Okay. But yeah, Sam, do you want to tell us about what's the moral of the second episode? What's the name of the episode and what's the moral? And you know how we do this show.
I do.
This is episode 59.
Yes. The second episode of this arc is called A Sunny Day in the Void. According to just the page for this, it takes place in 20 BBY. I thought we were in 19 BBY, but maybe not. Maybe we'll have to have a whole New Year's thing for the next episode. Let's see. I'm just gonna see. It still says 20 BBY. Let's see. Point of No Return is the last episode of this arc. Still says 20 BBY. We're gonna keep going until it changes to 19. All right, Eminence. So there's 2 episodes from now, when looks like when Maul comes back. That's 19 BBY.
Gotcha.
Great. Okay, cool. Anyway. So, Sunny Day in the Void. The moral of Sunny Day in the Void is, when all seems hopeless, a true hero gives hope. Secret weapons! The Jedi Council deploys a squad of droids on a desperate mission aboard a Separatist cruiser. Under the guidance of Colonel Meber Gascon, the droids succeed in stealing a crucial encryption module. Now, the Colonel and his droids squadron must return the module to the Jedi Temple to crack a Separatist code detailing the impending terror plot against the Republic.
You lost.
We just powered through. I just powered through.
I wouldn't call that powering through, but sure.
You shut your mouth. Anyway. I love how they call themselves the D Squad. The droids, because it's droids. But it's like, they're not the A Squad. They're not the B Squad. They're not even the C Squad. They're the D Squad.
They're the D Squad.
While the D Squad is on its way back to Coruscant, the astronaut droids take the opportunity to try and repair their damaged comrade M5BZ, who got electrocuted. Bzz. He got electrocuted. That's why he's BZ. Just as they succeed, a comet storm intercepts their... So, I want to talk about this for a second. So, they're in hyperspace, right? And they see on the radar, like, these comets approaching very slowly on the radar while they're in hyperspace. Which, this is not how hyperspace or anything in terms of navigation works in Star Wars, but you know what? It's all out of whack. So, because it's whack.
I was going to say, yeah, whack's a character.
Yeah, I know. That was intentional. Big brain stuff. Big brain. So, and then hyperspace turns red. Can we talk, like, why did hyperspace turn red? It's never, like...
I don't know. I feel like it's maybe done that kind of once before when, like, somebody was falling out of hyperspace. I feel like I've seen that. I'm trying to remember where, but, like... I feel like when you start to fall out of hyperspace, like, it's, like, something to do with, like, the wavelengths shortening, because you're, like, I don't know. Well, if like, hyperspace doesn't actually make sense.
If wavelengths are shortening, it should get more blue and purple and closer to ultraviolet. Yeah, if they're lengthening, that's where we get the red shift. And that's why when you look in a big old space telescope, things that are further away look redder than things that are closer, because, or like things that are going away from you in the universe look redder than things that are coming towards you, which look bluer.
Redshift.
It's redshift.
You've put more thought into this than I have.
This is we're doing it live, thinking about it right now. All right. So they warp speed into a comet storm. Just as they succeed, a comet storm intercepts the course. WAC 47 manages to get their shuttle out of hyperspace before a collision can yield more catastrophic results. But the ship is nevertheless caught in the middle of a swarm and hit by several ice comets, as opposed to other kinds of comets, which disable the power field. Under the constant danger of getting hit and swept off into space by ice fragments, the astromechs managed to restore power at the very last instant, but another hit damages the ship critically, and QTKT nearly ends up lost in the void of space. Only a combined effort by her droid comrades saves her from certain doom. With the ship being unable to continue its journey, the team is forced to crash land on a nearby wasteland planet named Abafar. Meeber Gaston insists on waiting near the ship, but R2-D2, who has taken possession of the encryption module, takes matters into his own hands, classic, and rolls off into the wasteland to conclude the mission. He's promptly joined by his droid comrades and finally Gascon himself, who does not want to lose the prestige of being the one who made this mission a success. As the group travels across the featureless waste, Gascon once again begins to lose his temper and claims himself better due to his training and supposed mental flexibility, while the droids merely act on their programming. Whack, however, managed to point out that the flaws in Gascon's reasoning and a chance encounter with another shipwreck and the dead remnants of its crew tears the last shred of resolve from Gascon. In his desperation, he begins to lose his mind. And when, as a result, Whack impertinently announces himself the new leader of the group, he finds himself overruled and abandoned by the others. While remaining with the Colonel, it is ironically Whack's single-mindedness and going ahead no matter what, which revives Gascon's will to live. But they are surprised to discover that Afabar is not completely lifeless, but a whole herd of strange rat-like creatures. I wouldn't call them rat-like. They're like ostrich flamingos.
Yeah, they're like ostrich flamingos with lizardy skin. Yeah. It reminded me of.
There's nothing rat-like about them.
Reminded me of the stampede of dinosaurs in Jurassic Park.
Yes.
You know. Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever those were.
Much better than the stampede from Lion King. No! Somebody! Anybody! Anyway.
No, stop.
Trusting the creature's survival instincts, Gascon makes himself and Whack hitch a ride on their backs, and indeed the creatures take them to a waterhole and a nearby city sunken into the surface of the planet, where, to their surprise, they find the rest of the D Squad already present. With Whack having proven himself so much like him, Gascon field promotes the delighted droid to corporal, while the astromechs are left a bit baffled at this new development. End of the second arc. The second episode of the arc.
What a weird episode. And Dave Filoni agrees, because let me read some God, I can't even think right now. Some fun facts, some trivia about this episode. So the episode was first mentioned as The Void at Celebration 6 by series director Dave Filoni. Some aspects of the episode were based on the work of the comic artist Mobius. The episode was pitched to the Clone Wars story team by George Lucas, who thought of a story set in an environment akin to the White Room in his 1971 film THX 1138 of droids questioning whether they were real. Dave Filoni drew images of bleak landscapes during the meeting and thought that the idea was bizarre. In an interview featured on the Star Wars show, George Lucas said the episode's arc was his favorite of the Clone Wars. So he's talked about this arc, but specifically this episode of the arc. Like, I think he just likes that it's weird and different.
Yes.
And it is a very weird episode. And this was an episode that was like specifically requested by George Lucas. They were like, I want an episode like this to happen. And he was like, oh, okay.
Guess we gotta do it.
Sure, I guess. So yeah, it is very like weird, just like it's like, you know, pirates adrift at sea going mad without water for days is kind of the vibe it gives me.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, so I'm looking at, I Google image the White Room from THX 1138.
Yeah.
I just realized this was referenced in SpongeBob. It's the future. It's the when Squidward goes to the future.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, this is 100%. Totally. Yeah. I'm looking at it now. It's the whole like that episode. Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. When Squidward gets caught in a void, and he goes insane, basically. Yeah, this is it. It definitely just looks like it was probably a direct reference to this. Not that this is the only thing that has had like a white void.
Nope, it's Star Wars, THX,
like, this is very...
and SpongeBob. That's it. Nothing else.
But no, yeah, this very clearly looks like that's probably what they were referencing, because this is also like a dystopian future type situation.
Yes.
So I should probably, that's another movie that like I should probably see at some point. Same. Just out of like, you know, curiosity and historical significance and its significance in relation to Star Wars. And
yeah, I've never seen American Graffiti either. I should watch that.
I saw it once and it was, I don't know, I remember not enjoying it super very much, but I think it's just kind of not my kind of movie. But you know, I have, however, been to the city where it was shot.
Where's that?
Petaluma. Were you there? Did you go when our California trip? Yeah,
yeah, all six of us were there. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you were there too. Petaluma,
I was
California.
still in high school. Yeah, I didn't realize that was that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the either the city where I think they shot it there, or at least partially it was shot there.
I don't remember going there, but
I remember going there because that was where American Graffiti was shot, and that's all.
I don't think I knew what American Graffiti was when we went there.
Yeah. Well, I was a film nerd, and I also forced us to go to Lucasfilm while we were in San Francisco.
I wanted to. We saw a screen used Darth Vader and Boba Fett costumes.
True, did, and we saw the Yoda fountain, and we saw statues of various filmmakers. It's a pretty campus.
It's a great campus. It was so cool.
Place, yeah.
We I think I don't remember how long we drove to get there, but like, it was a while just to sit in the lobby of a building, like an office. It's just Lucasfilm's office. But like we just stumbled into their like the lobby. It was like, oh, there's Darth Vader. There's no gift shop or nothing. It's just an office. But hey, we're here.
It was a cool pilgrimage to make.
It was great.
Same thing for I also got my picture taken in front of of Pixar.
That was
Pixar
cool.
Sign, the gate.
That was genuinely cool.
That was neat. That was a fun trip. It was a good. That was maybe my favorite vacation we went on as a family, because it was so like.
I think same. Yeah.
Yeah, it was varied, and we got to go to I had a good combination of like some stuff in the city and also some stuff where we got to be out in nature.
Yeah,
we were in an RV, and it was
and good. Also like all four siblings were like old enough to be conscious for it, but like
yes, we were all like old enough to like have conversations and build memories and like have opinions about things.
Yeah, because I was 17, so Grace would have been 7.
Mm-hmm. So I would have been like 8th grade or 9th grade, something like that.
Yeah, no, you were about to be a freshman, because it was the summer before my senior year of high school.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
So
that was fun.
Yeah, it was good. Good vacation. Sam, do you have a favorite part of this weird, silly arc, or the first half of this weird, silly arc?
It was so weird. I mean, I think the banter between Whack and Gascon was always fun. Mm-hmm. And then R2 just is classic, like, everyone is bickering and he just solves the problem while everyone else is bickering.
R2's all about business.
Yeah, it's just like, you guys are just shut up. I'm doing it.
Yeah. Him being the sort of the straight man to 3PO's, like, always stressed out, like, freaking out. Yeah, he's very much showing his colors here too.
Indeed.
I feel like R2 more often solved problems and like got stuff done in this than anybody else, which is very much
it's a very R2. Yes. R2 is always overqualified for everything he does.
Yeah. Let's see. What was my? I mean, it's just it's a very weird. It's a very weird couple of episodes. It's silly and fun. I would say, my favorite was also probably like just how I think just overall just kind of how weird and silly and strange it was. And yeah, I think Whack is a character that like I think could be very like grating, and probably to some people he is, but I don't know. I feel like he was the right balance of like, you know, he was silly and wacky and weird, but also kind of in the right sometimes. And like, yeah, it was good. I think just whack in general is good.
I like whack.
MVP. I feel like if we're talking people who are like most effective, again, I would say like R2 is probably MVP. But in terms of like, I kind of want to give it to whack because he's.
So do I. I think in terms of just like making these episodes watchable, it was whack. They weren't unwatchable, but like
he was the most entertaining part.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll give it to whack.
Yeah.
And R2's had MVP status before and will continue to.
Yes.
At some point, I'm sure.
Yes. And just looking in the continuity, this is the like whack shows up in a comic, but other than that, this is the only time I see whack.
We're never getting whack a Star Wars story, huh? Disney.
Yeah.
Come on.
Tales of
that
the
and Embo Star Wars story.
Tales of the Whack. Come on.
Tales of the Whack. It's a whole miniseries just about whack, just being weird and doing stuff.
Yes.
What's whack getting up to in the Imperial era? What's he doing? What kind of wacky misadventures is he doing?
Wacky.
I like to imagine he's like
wacky.
What sort of wacky misadventure? Oh, that's good. That's good. They should hire you, Sam.
They should. Why haven't they?
Why? Yeah, truly. Why haven't they? Because the Postal Service needs you too bad.
Yes.
They don't want to deprive the people of Kansas.
Sure. I suppose.
Okay. Stats. Main character kills, lost limbs, Wilhelm screams. I didn't notice any of those. We're dealing mostly just with droids.
But droids is people's too, Jack.
You keep saying that.
I do. It's still true. I'll stop saying it when it's not true. Oh wait, it's always true. Sorry.
Okay, but you have to agree that a droid losing a limb is different from an organic being losing a limb. It's harder.
Yes.
It's different. Anyway.
Yes.
More Star Wars is better Star Wars. How does this episode make movies the rest of Star Wars better?
Whack.
Whack. I think that's it. I think that's it. And also just like I like it anytime we get to see something that kind of stretches the boundaries of what people assume Star Wars is or is supposed to be.
Yes.
It's like yeah, I think anytime we get somebody acting like Star Wars has to be a certain way, it makes Star Wars worse. I think that what makes Star Wars cool is that it is we've talked about this before, is the idea that it's like an environment and a universe and a world, but within that world you could have all sorts of different genres of stuff happening.
Right.
You know, it doesn't always have to be, you know, a classical hero's journey story. It doesn't always have to be spiritual. It doesn't always have to be about war. It doesn't have to always be X or Y, or it have to have this tone or that tone.
Yeah.
It can be weird sometimes.
Exactly. Because when Star Wars tries to just be Star Wars, you get the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, it becomes a copy of a copy. It becomes it. Yeah, it's like you're missing what makes it, like what gives it kind of soul is trying to just like make a cool story within that environment rather than trying to like be like trying to make a Star War, like just try to make a good story inside of a Star War environment.
Yeah, because like.
Anyway.
Yeah. Like what makes like the Mandalorian so good is it's a Western in Star Wars.
Yes.
What makes like I don't know, the prequels good and like valuable is like it's political intrigue in Star Wars. Mm-hmm. You know, like there's so like. Then each individual episode of Clone Wars,
valuable and unique. Yeah.
Star Wars is a setting, not a genre. And when you treat it like a setting instead of a genre, that's when Star Wars is good. When you treat Star Wars like a genre, that's when you just get like The Last Jedi.
Yeah. So agreed. Yeah. So thanks, Whack.
Thanks, Whack,
for your wacky antics.
So wacky.
You know, did you know that the word wacky comes from this character?
I didn't know that because it's not true.
Well, agree to disagree, I guess.
But you know what does come from this character? Dumb.
That's also not true.
You don't know that?
I do.
Okay.
All right. Do we have I don't think we have any voicemails, do we?
No, Jason let us down. Sorry, Jason.
Who's gonna be here to tell us how much Punkrell sucks?
Wait, hold on. Do we have a Jason voicemail? Hold on, let me double check. Oh shit, we do. I just didn't upload him. Hold on.
Come on, Jason. Why didn't you? Hold on.
Why didn't you upload them for me, Jason?
Oh, look at that. New year, new episode, new chances for me to be sad because, not gonna lie, kind of sad that I was not a guest on my favorite arc of the series, and that would have been the box episode, and then the Prisoners on Naboo, the entire 4-part arc where Obi-Wan is undercover. Love that arc.
Yeah.
Not sad, not mad.
You seem like you're sad.
And mad. You wouldn't have called us if you weren't mad.
But it's life. Anyways, I'm gonna turn a leaf and say,
You want an old one.
let's have a good year of podcasting.
Agreed.
Let me think. I had a question. Oh, I got my question. If you could add in music, I guess, yeah. If you could add in, like, music into a scene for Star Wars, where would you go? And the one right off my head, because that's what inspired this, is from A New Hope, when Luke is getting ready to destroy the
Oh no, you cut off.
Let's start. Okay, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Oops, I got cut off. The scene that comes to mind is when Luke is destroying the Death Star, and there's a clip that shows him kind of like getting ready to destroy it, and of course it's thrown in with Creed, you know, the iconic hire. So that's one thing. Another scene, I think that you can do anything with this, is the opening scene of Revenge of the Sith, because there's a lot that you can do, and you see a lot. So those are my thoughts. I should probably do more prep time to come back and think of a better answer. So, listeners, stand by. I might text in the answers to Sam.
He did not text me the answers to me.
That's probably what I'll do. And Sam's going to have to report it.
He didn't text me anything.
I hope we get a good year of Star Wars, as is every year. I'm excited to see what the rest of Skeleton Crew looks like, and I can't think of anything else that is going to be Star Wars this year. Back to you, Jack and
Jack and who? Jack and who?
Who are we talking about? We'll never know. All right. Well, Jason, thank you for calling in. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was your favorite arc, or your favorite arc of this part of the Clone Wars, or whatever it was you said. I couldn't quite tell, but I didn't. Yeah, you should tell Sam what arc you want to be a guest on that's coming up.
Yeah, look like 10 arcs ahead, and that's probably where we'll be able to squeeze you in.
You're not wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you for calling in. I like this question
like
about
our Star Wars needle drop.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I've seen a lot of these on, like, the one that comes to mind immediately is I saw somebody put the throne room battle sequence in The Last Jedi, put holding out for a hero.
Holy Ever Hero fits in any scene of any movie ever. It's just such a good song. And it's like
it is a great song.
The perfect needle drop song.
I need a hero. Yeah, it's very good. And that's a good fit. I'm trying to think. Yeah, what would be a... I did like what he said about just the opening of Revenge of the Sith. Like, that's just like seeing their ships like fly, you know, through that battle sequence, sort of dancing almost, is very like, yeah, it's just such a great opening sequence. And that is definitely a great spot where you could put a needle drop. I'm just trying to think of what a good... I feel like, I don't know, Mr. Blue Sky is another good one that could be a lot of
that scene, Fortunate Son, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Oh, that's very good.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be an excellent one.
Yeah. You're gonna cut this fluff out, right, while we're thinking of answers?
No, we're leaving.
Oh, dang it.
I feel like anytime I'm like, we could put music in this spot, I'm like, oh, but actually there's some beautiful John Williams music there.
Yes.
But, you know, that aside.
Indeed. Yeah, we all know John Williams has perfected Star Wars in terms of just audioly. But
if we had to.
If we had to put needle drops in, completely different tone. Padre scene. The music from Baby Park from Double Dash.
Yeah. Because I thought about the pod race scene because that sequence famously does not have music. It's all sound effects.
Yeah. So just anything from Mario Kart. Just play Mario Kart music in the pod race.
Or, Rainbow Road. Yeah. Or like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like where, like, I'm also thinking about like classical music, like Flight of the Valkyries would be good somewhere. I don't know where, but like, that'd be good.
Flight of the Valkyries would be good. In the episode 9, when the entire Rebel fleet comes back to Exegol, I feel like that'd be good.
Yes, yeah. I'm also thinking about like what would be good music for the Revenge of the Sith, the big fight on Mustafar between Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Ooh.
As amazing as the music is in that already, obviously.
Through the Fire and the Flames.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, definitely. Now I'm thinking about the end of that sequence when Anakin's on fire. There's a song by the Mighty Giants called "You're on Fire" about a person whose head is on fire.
Or Trogdor.
That would be when they find Owen and Brew dead.
No.
They got burninating the peasants in their thatched roof cottages.
Burninating all the people in the thatched roof cottages. These are good. I like these. I want to get a couple more before we call quits, and you can just leave in the good ones.
Yeah. That way they think we're just super funny and clever without any effort.
Because we are. Obviously.
Because, yeah.
In The Last Jedi, when Kylo Ren is fighting the force projection of Luke, You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer.
Excellent. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't know. Something about Luke losing his hand to the Beatles. I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Oh, my gosh.
There's so many things where I'm like, there's a joke in here somewhere, maybe.
Okay. I feel like we've beat this horse to death and then some.
I feel like we're bad at this.
Well, Jason, that was a great suggestion. We're just tired. And
yeah, very good prompt. Just we did our best.
That we did.
I cut out a bunch of long silences where we were just browsing Spotify and thinking about stuff, and also some suggestions we made that were like just not funny. But it was a fun conversation. It was a fun challenge. We're just tired.
We are tired. It's after midnight right now, and we sleepy, and I gotta work tomorrow. Barf.
Yeah. But thanks for calling in, Jason. As usual, let us know if you want to be a guest on a particular arc or something else in the coming months.
It'll be mid-season 6 probably by the time we get around to having it on.
And as a reminder, you can also, presumably if you're listening to this podcast, there's a good chance that you know one of us personally, so you can just like text us or message us on Instagram or something if you're like, hey, I was wondering what you would think about this, or this would be a fun topic for discussion. Or if you're just like, hey, can I be on the podcast? That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Reach out. Let us know. Thanks for joining us, everybody, for this long and rambly episode, this unhinged, occasionally, episode of Unlimited Content. Join us next time when we'll be talking about the second half of this arc, which is the Clone Wars Season 5, Episodes 12 and 13, Missing in Action and Point of No Return. Stay warm if it's still cold wherever you are, because it's cold where we are.
It's so cold.
And may the Force be with you all. Bye-bye!
Bye, everybody.
All right, cut the chatter. Roger, Roger.